Hi everyone, it's Friday night. I have just finished doing an amazing hypno session with a client overseas, and she was completely zonked out. It was absolutely wonderful to watch her being so relaxed. So I'm feeling a little bit wiped out myself. Um, if you're watching this on a replay, please do share it because this is a good one. Hey Kirsty, how are you? First one to join in. So, how can your limiting beliefs become self-fulfilling prophecies? Shani, Glenn, hey. Um, so if this is a good one, so I'd really like you to share it. Maybe share it in Messenger. This is about limiting beliefs, or share it on your post on your page. Would be great. Okay, I think there's a little button down the bottom somewhere where you can share. So I had a few conversations this evening with a couple of different clients, and I found myself saying the same thing to all three of them about how their limiting beliefs are actually creating their reality. One of them said to me, I'm just wondering who the next person is that's going to rip me off. And if that's what you believe, that, people are going to rip you off, then that's what is going to happen. Like, you'll subconsciously choose people and ignore their red flags, and you'll choose people that will be the ones that rip you off because that's what you believe. It's the same as thinking to yourself, I can never get a good parking spot. Like, literally, you're creating your reality. But this beautiful lady said to me, every time I make a financial decision, every time I hire somebody for something, in this instance, I think it was a real estate agent and a financial advisor, she said, I'm just waiting for the next person to rip me off. And so that was her belief, that everybody that she engaged to help her would rip her off, and that she felt unsupported and that she couldn't trust people. So basically she was going to attract all of that into her life. And I said, what if you changed your mindset to, I'm so grateful that I always seem to find the person that takes care of me best. So it could be as much as saying, I always quit. I'm a quitter. So of course your subconscious mind is going to take any opportunity to quit. Or if you say, pop in the comments what your limiting beliefs are. It's amazing what some people say are their limiting beliefs, and they look like the most confident people out there, and they say, they might say all women are terrible, all women are gold diggers or something like that. So I have a male client who used to believe that all women were gold diggers. Now this guy's got money, so he's very secretive around it, and he said to me, they're all gold diggers. And then I had a look at where he was looking for partners. And it was really interesting where he was looking, because there were only gold diggers on that site. It's like, dude, you're creating what you believe. So it's becoming, every decision you make backs up what you believe, because you're being a dumbass and you're looking in the wrong place. If you change your belief to, there's a beautiful woman out there just waiting to find me, and she's going to love me for me, and start looking in the right places, then you will find your beautiful partner. I have a 24-year-old uni student, and he said that he always falls apart. He said to me, I always fall apart in exams. I'm great in class, I'm great with my assignments, but I always fall apart in exams. And that's what he believes, and that's what he tells everybody. So guess what happens? He gets to the exam and he sits down and then he's like, oh, hang on a minute, I always fall apart in exams. So he starts to feel anxiety, and then he remembers to forget, because that's what you have to do if you fall apart in exams. So what you believe about yourself is what you create. So tell me, if you drop a comment in the comments, tell me what it is that you're constantly creating in your life. Is it constant financial stress? Is it, are you saying to yourself, I'm terrible with money? If you believe that, you're going to make impulsive decisions and silly choices. If you believe that you're never going to be able to lose the weight, and that I always give in to temptation, or it's not worth it, I'm going to quit anyway. You're going to create what you believe. So what is it that you believe, and what is that creating in patterns in your life? and then look at how you can change what you believe. Now, obviously, we've got patterns that repeat themselves over and over again, and quite often we don't know how to get out of that. So that's where you get some help, because some of the patterns are formed, between the age of 0 and 7, and your reasoning mind has not kicked in. So if something happens to you when you're little, like I was in grade 2, and I was packing a piñata for just a class event, and who gives a kid responsibility to pack a piñata full of lollies? So I got to the packet of bananas, and I was, one for me, one for the piñata. I was having a ball, and the teacher caught me and had a go at me and said, you're greedy and selfish, and you can't come to the party now because you're a bad girl. So I had to sit down, in the school. It was in Queensland school, so there was an upstairs, and underneath was where we all sat to eat. So I remember having to go downstairs and sit underneath the building and listen to the kids playing and have the piñata. So I would have been 6. So my reasoning mind hadn't kicked in, and I decided that I was greedy and selfish and I didn't deserve to be in part of a party. So, that turns a little 6-year-old girl into a people pleaser who puts everybody else before themselves and tries to prove to everybody that they're a good person. So, I created the belief that I was greedy and selfish and I didn't deserve, to be celebrated or to be part of a celebration. And that's a really painful thing for someone to believe for 30 or 40 years. And you can see how that belief would impact my experience of my life as it would with other ones, with other clients and people that I talk to. So I do want you to write down the patterns that are happening in your life. What are you constantly creating? What belief you think is behind that, and how you can change your belief to something that's going to support you rather than sabotage you. And if you need help with it, hey, thanks for the love hearts. If you need help with it, get in touch with me, because that's what we do with NLP and timeline therapy, is that we go back and we find those limiting beliefs and negative bits and pieces that live in your mind, in your unconscious mind, and we eliminate them. We completely disconnect them from you and create new positive, supportive beliefs. And it's the most interesting thing to watch. Like, people just get lit up. They love it. Hey, Charlotte. So yeah, have a think about it over the weekend and inbox me or comment here about your limiting beliefs and what you think's going on there. All right, love you lots. Have a fantastic weekend, and I will talk to you soon.